G'day, it's Ryan the Lion from A Few Quiet Yarns, and I'm here at Quadrant with Martyn Masterton. Obviously not wearing their normal AFQY shirt. There's a special reason for that and a bit of a special yarn. But first of all, as always, we'll get Marty to introduce himself so you can meet the person, and then we'll talk about the business.
Well, Ryan, firstly, good to see you actually wearing some decent clothes for a change. My name's Martyn Masterton. I'm the Chief Executive of Quadrant, as you can see behind you there. I'm a dad of two beautiful girls. One's now married, so I have a recent son-in-law, great young fella, and the second one is due to get married next year, so lots going on in my world. My wife of nearly 30 years is a very keen cyclist, and for fitness, outside of going to the gym and playing a little bit of golf very badly, I like to try and ride with her, but most days I'm at least a K or two back down the road.
And congratulations on one and now the second daughter being married. Now on to what impact you're making. We're here for a very special reason, and you're doing some amazing work outside of work. So please share with everybody what we're here to talk about.
Yeah, I think like any organisation, we always want to make a real difference in our lives, and I think that's a personal thing as well as a business thing. And the golf day that's on the 27th, so in a couple of weeks' time, is the 5th golf day that we've hosted. For instance, it's always been about focusing on kids who have been having a bit of a tough time of it, whether it's through ill health, cancer, and of course this year, and particularly as a result of this year with COVID, around mental health. And for that reason, we are working with Sir John Kirwan and the Sir John Kirwan Foundation.
Tell us a little bit more about the Sir John Kirwan Foundation and some of the things you've found out through this journey.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is that in the last few years, really, mental health has come to the fore. And it was only when I met John Kirwan 3 or 4 months ago, and as a New Zealand icon of sport, he's really forged the way in terms of putting himself out there around mental illness and being open with it and finding the tools to sort of deal with it. And when I met him, I was actually stunned with the range and number of little practical examples he gave us, from a young child starting school for the first day, or that same child changing schools and going from primary to intermediate, to depression, to cyberbullying, to in the worst case suicide. And the thing that got me most was that you sort of assume that it's one of those things that other people deal with and you're kind of okay. But as you walk through each of those examples, I found myself ticking a box going, yep, got a friend whose child's done that, got a friend whose child's done that, got a friend whose child's done that. And it's actually quite rife, and I think if our children are our future, giving them the tools to deal with pressure and anxiety in a world that is moving faster and faster every day is a real gift, actually. So that's why we're so motivated on this particular cause.
Well, absolutely. Tell us a little bit about the golf day. You've got a few people coming along, you've got a few novelty holes. Give us a bit of an idea of the fun.
We do. So as I said before, this is our fifth event. One of our goals is always, in relation to whichever charity we're working with, one, to make it as a rewarding day for the charity, not just in terms of the amount of money raised, but also creating a bit of an awareness with a different kind of audience. I think that's really, really key. The design of the day is really also to meet some new people, to have a few fun holes. So for example, we have a hole where you have to tee off using boxing gloves. We have another I'm going to call it a water feature hole, not to spoil the surprise, but you have to tee off, and there is a water feature involved. Of course, if you've seen some of the posts, with thanks to Heartland Bank and of course Land Rover, one of our other key sponsors, there's a hole-in-one prize, which is a new Land Rover Defender. So that should keep everybody entertained and interested for the day, and that's kind of the idea.
And one of the things I'd like to add in there from what you shared earlier is that on those two novelty holes, there'll be people from the Sir John Kirwan Foundation sitting there available to have a chat through the day. So it actually connects the people that are sponsoring the cause, actually connects them to what's happening and gets them to learn more about what the organisation does.
Yeah, and I think one other thing I'd like to say about Sir John Kirwan in particular is that he's very keen to be part of the day. His model is, if I'm involved with this and you guys are involved with me, it's very all-encompassing. He'll bring everything that he's got to the table for the very best possible outcome for young kids, dealing with anxiety and stress.
What more could you ask? And that's amazing. So, All of the sponsorships have been taken. If you would like to be part of this, there is another way that you can contribute to the cause.
The day we're also setting up a Give a Little page. We're of course that there are a lot of people out there who might want to contribute but just can't participate on the day. As we do these posts, there'll be links to the Give a Little page, so if you want to contribute a small amount or a large amount, all of the money goes to Sir John Kirwan. So your generosity will be very much appreciated by him.
And look forward to you getting involved. Also, I'll be there on the day providing social media commentary, so you can follow the Quadrant page and my own profile. You'll be able to get a glimpse of what's happening. We'll be doing some live streaming, so it should be a lot of fun, especially with those 2 novelty holes with the boxing gloves and the water hazard.
We'll be taking a few photos of Ryan actually using those holes, and he'll actually have a player shirt, so it'll be all official.
Absolutely. The banter has begun. So please, if you are willing and able, contribute through the Give a Little page, and hopefully you will enjoy some of the social commentary and being involved from afar. And we'll final word to you.
I just would like to extend my personal thanks to all of you for that.
Excellent.
Thank you, Ryan.
Well, time to tee off.
Indeed.
See you on the 27th.